So I read this quote once that went like this: you'd be surprised at what you can achieve when you give yourself no other choice. And today's video, that's what I would like to go with. Give yourself no other choice, because when you do, you unlock progress. If your goal is to pass prop firm challenges, secure payouts, or even scale a funded account into 5, 6 figures, the path that you take is not random. It has to be structured. You start with strategy, and that gives you an edge. Once you have an edge, then all you need to do is protect that edge with risk management, reinforce it with mindset, and finally scale it with precision. Today, I'm going to show you just that. I'm going to give you a roadmap I use and I teach people in my school community to use, which goes like this: strategy, risk management, mindset, scale. Follow this, and funded success goes from dream to a repeatable reality. We have a few talking points today, but the first one we're going to go over is strategy. I believe that most traders make the mistake of focusing on learning risk management, mindset hacks, and so forth, but don't focus enough time on actual strategy. When that is the first thing you ought to do, you need to have a mechanical, repeatable strategy that has an edge. Why? Because if you have rock solid risk management, all you're going to do with a strategy that doesn't have an edge is lose money slower. The fact is, you're going to lose. You're not going to win. So invest in strategy. Spend time to figure out what is your edge. Because without a proven edge, psychology and risk management, they just don't matter at all. So the first thing is build a strategy with an edge. Define your exact setups. Not just I trade this and I trade that, but clear plays. What am I doing? Breakouts, mean reversion, news reactions. Specifically build confidence with specificity. So specificity will build your confidence. Get extremely specific on what your edge is. If you stay until the end of the video, I'm going to show you what my edge is. Now, backtest ruthlessly. I'm not saying 10, 20 trades. I'm talking go into it in detail. I have a routine that I do every single night and on the weekends too, where I review the charts for the previous week, seeking to find where were my best big money trades. Aside from reviewing my own trades, I also sit down and review the three key assets I trade, which is gold, Nasdaq, and the DAX, and I review the whole week, and I look for where was the biggest money that aligned with my edge. So backtest ruthlessly. Gather examples for each setup before even thinking to risk your own capital. Why? Because numbers don't lie. Once you have that edge, figure out like where are they plus setups. Then either start small or paper trade a little bit, not too long, a little bit. Even though I'm not a big fan of paper trading, demo trading, I really think you should just take $100, put it in your account, and just treat it as it's supposed to be. Your edge essentially must hold in live conditions before you scale size. I say build strategy first because once you have an edge, that's when you ought to start working on your risk management and your mindset. So while I say that, let's go to step 2, which is master risk management. Protect your account first. Survival is your ticket to scaling. So once step 1 is defined, it's about protection. Deciding how much you're going to be risking per trade or per batch of trades. You need to keep this consistent and very small in the beginning because it's not about making money in the beginning. It's about solidifying that repetition inside you, that discipline to continue to repeat things. Now with good risk money management, because you will lose money, you unlock that door. Because remember, prop firms, they just don't care about profits. If you break the rules, they don't care how much money you're making. So you need to protect your drawdowns like your life depends on it. Always have stops, smart position sizing, and even eventually what you need to do is prepare a worst case scenario because survival is success in stage 1 and stage 2 and stage 3 and forever. Once you're done with risk management, it's about step number 3. Control your mindset. Prop challenges test emotions as much as setups. That's why discipline wins. So once you've got the part one and part two, which is strategy and risk management, and they're rock solid, mindset becomes your next stage. Essentially here, what you need to do is learn to detach from daily P&L. One red day is not failure. Breaking discipline is failure. So your best friends here are journaling, learning breathing exercises, being productive, having that discipline and structure in your own life too, not just in your trading, will go a long way. So journaling, breathing, and structured reflection stop emotions from hijacking your execution. Remember when I said what I do every weekend? Sit down, review the charts. That is structured reflection. I'm not only reflecting on myself, I'm reflecting on the charts too. So I'm reflecting on the charts and I reflect on myself because I use something called a daily report card. Now, mindset is the difference between passing once and staying funded for years. Finally, scaling with precision. Push size only on A+ setups, not every trade, because consistency compounds. I made a video not too long ago explaining why you need to push size and the difference it has if you trade one size and push size on A+ setups. To have A+ setups, you need to know what they look like. So only after consistency comes scaling. So you size up gradually, not recklessly. Believe me, even in the first 1, 2, 3 months, you're not ready to size up. But eventually you will be able to. So that's when you start to double down on A+ setups, the ones where everything aligns. For me, and I'm going to show you what that looks like from the previous trading day. I mean, today's Sunday, but I'll show you from Friday where the VWAP aligned perfectly with my execution and boom, I increased size. So aside from that, what you want to do is keep refining your edge, better stop levels, sharper entries, clearer exits. You're refining, you're scaling every aspect. So you're scaling your system, your risk management, your mindset. Everything is 1% better every single day. And obviously, surrounding yourself with accountability, which is real coaching or community, will help you to prevent bias and keep execution sharp. So, in my book, that is the roadmap. Build your edge, protect it, master your mind, and scale with care. It's not complicated, but it's disciplined. Now, here's what I'd like you to do next. Number one, write down your current strategy. Are your setups defined and tested? Like, how do you execute? Two, commit to one risk rule and stick to it on every single trade. And three, share your goal. You can drop it in the comments. Which prop firm are you aiming to get funded with? Or what are the current challenges you're facing with your trading? Drop it in the comments and I'll make a video about it if it makes sense. And if you want guidance, accountability, and the fastest route to real six-figure results, join my school program. What you're going to get as soon as you join on the 7-day free trial is my 12.5 trading method, which I'm going to show you in a second. And it is the exact system I use to scale my funded accounts and my personal trading accounts. You're also going to get the Ultimate Mindset course, 5 hours of training to master discipline under pressure. And you're going to get my daily report cards, live sessions, private and group coaching, and everything you need to get and stay funded and obviously grow. Start that trial today. It's a 7-day trial. You have everything in the comments below. Now, let me show you my strategy. So we're in my chart. We're looking at NASDAQ. The date is the 19th of September, 2025. And these are the trades that I've taken. Now there's a lot of trades here, but I would like to show you the main ones. Where did I size up? The first part of my sizing up, these are losses, the orange, the blue are wins. 2-to-1 risk reward was set up for me on Friday. These are things that I usually determine prior to trading using my daily report card. But what happened? Price action reached a daily low, which was here, this green box bottom. And what it did was it formed a reversed head and shoulders. This is a 1-minute chart. Being above this level here tells me that I am only going to be buying. So The moment we went above, trade, 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 below, above, trade, 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 below, above, trade, trade, trade. This is the Dow chain channel middle. I use the 60 setting. The second time I specifically size up is, oh, where's my VWAP? Just a sec. My VWAP is, anyway, the second time I size up is over here, where we form another head and shoulders. Now you don't see the VWAP for some reason, but the VWAP was here. It went like this, and the second time I size up is another reversed head and shoulders at the VWAP. Then the rest is history. Take profit, take profit, take profit, take profit, take profit, take profit. The market just gave it to me. In total, on Friday, I actually opened 40 trades on the NASDAQ, and I lost 7 of them. 1, 2 here, and 5 to kick off the day. Furthermore, these boxes also tell me for the last 4 hours what was going on with price action, and you guys can see high, higher high, higher high, low, higher low, higher low. So the market gave me this, and that's why I actually, well, ended up profiting. If you want to learn this strategy, you can learn it with a 7-day free trial in my school community. I hope I see you there.